Hey, this is Chef Orlando coming from Chef O's Kitchen. Once again, we're going to be approaching the opportunity to cook from home. We have to do what we can do during this period. Today, I want to use one of my favorite pans to use. Could be considered a saute pan. In this case, we're using it as an omelet pan. Now, in French cuisine, they say a chef is known by a perfect omelet. Now, what we're going to do today, we are going to attempt to make a perfect omelet. You might say, well, omelets, you go to a place and usually in omelets you can order all these different things in them. And in a perfect omelet, you don't put much in it. Actually, I'm going to show you what we put in this omelet. I'm going to show you how to cook it. Now, if we were in the classroom, I'd have everybody get opportunity to make one of these omelets. Some of us have these pans at home, and I would like for you to try it and show me your finished product. I will make this for you, show you how we do it, and hopefully you'll get opportunity to make it. So, this is how we start. I'm going to turn this down so you can see what I'm working with here. Excuse all my shoes. Okay, so we're starting with eggs. I prefer the brown eggs. They tend to seem a little richer. Okay, so a good omelet is made with 3 eggs. Okay, so we're gonna use 3 eggs. Actually, for me, because I'm always trying to be health conscious, I might only use 2 eggs and egg white. I'm going to show you how I get the egg white out. As you notice, I take off the top shell and I let the yolk fall through my hands, and I put it back into the bottom shell, drop it right in. So the one thing about cooking is that it's a wonderful passion that I've been very fortunate. Let's turn this up. It's a wonderful passion I've been very fortunate to be blessed with. People have asked me many times about working in kitchens, and I'd say, well, or going to culinary school. And I said, well, I would say first, always, work. Go to work. I would suggest that to any of my students. Now, before I go any further with that, I want to show you what I'm doing. So we have the 3 eggs. So you whip it up really good. Whoa! Now that wasn't supposed to happen. That wasn't supposed to happen, but things do happen. So let's keep going here. All right. So we whip it up really good. What I'll do is I'll add just a little bit of salt. Very, very small amount. I like using sea salt. It's a little coarse, a little more coarse than regular salt. All right. So now, what we have over here, I'm gonna take you with me over to my stove. And I'll put this down here so you can see the pan. All right. Now the stove, the pan is already hot. Now, ordinarily, you would use butter. I try to be as heart healthy as possible. We will learn more about this in our class later on because it has to do with nutrition. Butter has a high fat content. In our cultures, in our communities, we're plagued with high cholesterol, diabetes, and hypertension, which is high blood pressure. So what I do, I try to cut back the butter and use things that are a little more heart healthy. So this pan is already hot, already warm. So all we have to do is pour this mixture into our pan. Okay? Now, we're gonna turn up the heat just a little bit to get the omelet working. Now, if we were in class, leave this down. If we were in class, a lot of times when I make the omelets, I have the students flip them, which is actually a wonderful way to do it, especially if you're adding other items. In a French kitchen, the omelet is made just like this. You never really turn it. You only cook it on one side. Now, the beauty of a well-made omelet is that it is, once it's done, it isn't brown on the side that you cooked it on. It's actually the same color on both sides, but it's creamy in the middle. And we're gonna add just a little bit of cheese. Now, my wife buys this cheese and I think it's just wonderful. It's a Parmesan cheese and it's been shredded. It's been shaved. Now, the beauty of the Parmesan cheese, it has the lowest fat content of all the cheeses that you might purchase. So I like using that, and that's what we have right here. Just enough for this omelet. So I'm gonna sprinkle, when it's time, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of cheese, but in the meantime, what we're gonna do, so get back over so you can see it. Let's see here what we got. Okay, that's beautiful. All right, so meantime, we're gonna use our spoon. Ideally, it would be a spatula. Now, I got a feeling, just because I was talking, that our omelet might be have a little light brownness on it when it's done. I'm gonna turn down the heat a little bit because it doesn't take long. Right? It really doesn't take long. We're gonna sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese in there. And this just gives it a flavor that is just a really subtle flavor. Now, of course, you can use any type of cheese that you have available to you, right? Now, while you're getting a plate, should have had this ready up for us already. Now, here's our plate. Now, as I said, this omelet does not have to cook all the way through, because once we close it, the heat actually continues to cook it. This is a French style omelet. Now, what you'll see is moving around pretty good, all right? And that's what we want. We want it to move around pretty good. If we're not really sure, we can spread the rest of the egg around. And it's just right. All right. Now, because we use the spray, the omelet is moving around. Now, if we wanted to turn it over, it'd be easy to flip. I'm gonna make another one another day where I show you how to flip it. But in this particular instance, all we do is just flip it right onto the plate. And that's your finished product. Now, what I like to do, once again, I try to eat heart healthy. So, what I have here is a green salad that's made with baby kale and spinach. All right, and we have a apple cider vinaigrette that goes with this. And this is how you would get it in a French restaurant. Not potatoes, a lot of things that you might get in a regular restaurant. And that is a French style omelet. Now, as I said, when you're making an omelet, you can make it with a whole lot of different ingredients. I've learned that I prefer my omelet like this. Now, the key of what we've just done is the use of this non-stick saute pan. All right. Our next session, we will be sauteing onions to get ready for another dish that we're going to work on. So, little by little, I'm going to take you through cooking methods that you can use at home. All right. So this is our omelet for today. This is Chef O out. Have a wonderful day.